Guys, how is everybody? Are we hanging in there? We hanging in there? As promised, this is my 1-year post keratin treatment update. Before I get into that footage, I want to take you guys down memory lane and show a few pictures of what my hair looked like in the years prior to getting that keratin treatment December of last year. So this clip right here is the very first wash after the keratin treatment. I was actually pretty happy at this point. I was like, okay, it's not like bone straight still. It's got texture to it. My curls were looking like they were coming back in some areas. So I was feeling pretty hopeful at this point, you know. I was thinking by the end of 6 months, my curls should be back to normal. So this clip right here is just before I washed my hair. I was noticing a lot of flakage. Like it wasn't like the normal dry scalp, you know, scratch my scalp before wash, little flakes, you know, come off. No, it was like some really big flakes and they were all over. And I was like, did I get burnt all over my scalp? Like, what is this? So that's when I started to notice the flakes first week, and it took a few weeks actually for my scalp to stop flaking like that. So this is the same day, immediately after the wash, 1 week post, got some texture, but as you can clearly see, very much so looser than my normal curl pattern. Same day. Now mind you, this is after the wash, and what made me really concerned is that like my baby hair area had those big flakes as well. That is not normal. It's not normal, so I'm not really sure what that was. Like I said, eventually after a few weeks my scalp did stop flaking like that, but I was finding flakes here and there in my hair for weeks after having the treatment done and after several washes. Another thing too, and I don't know if this was caused by the treatment, I was trimming split ends like search and destroy method, like every day. Like every day, every other day, I was finding crazy amounts of split ends. Now I'm not gonna sit up here and lie on Beyonce's internet and say that every day or every other day prior to the treatment that I was checking for split ends. I wasn't. So I'm not sure if my hair really just always had that many split ends or if it was a result of having that treatment done. Now in years past, I was terrible at keeping up with my trims, but I had been doing pretty good, so I thought. So I was kind of confused as to why I was seeing so many split ends. And these are pictures of what my hair looked like air dried. I had washed it, as you saw, and I just put it in a couple plaits and took it out the next day, and that's what my hair looked like. Very silky. I was happy. And you'll see pretty much in every clip that I keep pulling at that piece right there in the front. I was pretty concerned about that piece because it was so straight. Like, it was straighter than I feel like any other area in my head. So I was curious to see how that piece reverted back. So it was this week where I started to feel pretty like confident that my hair would come back. Like, I was looking at that back section and I was like, okay, the curls are definitely getting tighter. Like, look at that, definitely getting tighter. So I was like, okay, well, we are what is this, a month and a half in? I felt like my curls should definitely come back at that point. This was my first wash and go after the treatment. You can see how loose my curls are in comparison to how they look prior to having the treatment done. braids out, but I wanted to keep the sections, so I had tiny rubber bands at the base of my hair. But I was looking, I was like, look how thin my twist is compared to the roots. 6 months after, and the twists are that thin. I was like, yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. At that point, I was not expecting my curls to come back because it was 6 months and it was looking mighty thin in comparison to my new growth. So my hair just absorbs water so much quicker than it did prior to having the treatment. Like, it just melted. Now it's flat. So I knew that my hair had changed, was different. I could see it. I could just tell by the way it was reacting to water. And as you can see, you see that line of demarcation. You see how fluffy my new growth is in comparison to the strand of hair that I'm holding up. So definitely a noticeable difference there. That's kind of at that 6 month mark was kind of when I started to accept that my hair wasn't gonna really revert back to how it was before. And it didn't look terrible, but it was just so much thinner than the roots. This was when I went to Louisiana. I did a wash and go. I had a vision for like a really cute puff, but the puff wasn't puffing. It was just so flat, and I was like, oh my gosh, this looks bad. This looks bad in comparison to how my hair used to look. I just was not satisfied with how it was looking at all. And that's when I started to think, okay, maybe I should do something about this. Like, maybe I might have to cut my hair. This is pretty much where we are 1 year post treatment. My hair may look fluffy, may look like it's back to how it was before, but it's not. My hair, so my roots, as you can see, are very, very puffy, very cottony. But the part that was treated is thinner. Like it behaves differently than the virgin hair. Like that piece that I showed when I have nothing on my hair right now, it's naked hair. But that piece that I showed before I washed that mask out, like I might put some cream on my hair to see if that'll help show. You can actually see it here. So this from here to here is new growth, my natural texture, and then the end, this is treated hair. So that's the hair that was on my head when I got the treatment done. And as you can see, it's just thin looking, like like it's flat. And I don't like that. And it's pretty much the same way all around my head. Like, it's hard to tell because I have so much hair, but I can tell. Like, my puffs is not puffing. It's just not giving what it's supposed to give. Now, I will say the middle was pretty resilient. Like, this has always been my trouble area. Very, very coarse. So this part don't look too bad, but it's like very stringy. Like, let me go ahead and put this stuff on my hair before it dries out. So I like to use this. It's almost gone, but I'm very lazy with my hair. Like, that's probably one reason why I have so much breakage in the front and why my hair is so crusty and dusty all the time. I don't like to spend as much time on my hair as I used to, like when I first went natural. It's just not something that I enjoy doing, spending a lot of time on my hair. So I'm being lazy. I ain't putting in no sections or nothing. Because what I'm getting ready to do is basically split it down the middle like I had before, and plait it back up for a week so I can wear my wigs. So all in all, my hair did not revert. I repeat, it did not revert. Like, this don't look too bad. Whoops. This don't look too bad, but it's just very stringy. Like, Let me see if I can pull a piece out. Let's see. Let's see if we can see a line of demarcation. Now, being that your hair grows, what is it, a half an inch a month approximately, I should have about 6 inches of new growth. But you can see, like, you can definitely see how this is full and this is stringy. Stringy, full. So at this point, a year later, I've pretty much given up the thought that my hair will revert back to this, the new growth, as far as, you know, the curls. So now I'm thinking, what do I do now? How do I move forward? What y'all think? Anybody else had this experience? Because honestly, I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't know if it was actually the treatment itself or if there's heat damage. Cause like, I don't know. I feel like at this point I'm a transition in natural. Like I'm letting my hair's been growing out for 6 months. So I can either cut it or continue to let it grow out and cut it as it grows. I'm leaning towards cutting it. I got some coconut oil. So that's where we are. Praying hands. Yeah, and I say I'm leaning towards cutting it not just because it's damaged, but also because of how I feel about doing my hair at this point. Like, it's become a chore, a real chore, and I've been neglecting my hair. So my hair was shorter. Wouldn't take me as long. Maybe I can take better care of my hair like I used to. That's my thought process. That's my logic. So what I'm getting ready to do, I'll just split my hair, split it down the middle. Usually, I don't have any in here, but usually I take like those tiny black rubber bands. Actually, before I do that, I just found this in my suitcase from when I went to Louisiana, and I had bought some travel size hair products. I found this in my bag today, so I'm gonna put some of this in my head. Never tried it, but we gonna try it today. And realistically, my hair is gonna be up in these plaits for at least a week. Cause I'm not touching it. Until next weekend at the earliest. So, I like that. Soften my hair. You can see, look at how it's standing up and then it just drops off like a cliff. That's not how my hair used to be. Like, you can tell. But anywho, so me personally, would I recommend getting a keratin treatment? No. Just based on my experience and how my hair reacted to the experience, I wouldn't get it again. Okay, well, I don't have my own small black rubber bands, but I do have 2 of these in arm's reach, so we're gonna roll with that. Make sure I put them low enough so I don't have a hump. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so pretty much a reset for the week. What I'll do is I'll just take the ends and I will pin them like so. And I will wear my hair like that underneath my headband wig. And I'll wear it like that for the rest of the week. Won't touch my hair. Probably should. I know probably to it. I should take it down and moisturize it. I used to be, you know, daily moisturizing still, you know, when being natural was cute and quirky and fun. Like, I used to do all the things to my hair, but now we doing the bare minimum. And my hair is showing that, it's reflecting that. I got breakage in the front. Probably from my hair being so dry, but it's just a lot. It's just a lot, which is what drove me to the keratin treatment in the first place. My whole thought process was get the treatment, it'll make your hair more manageable, less time detangling, yada yada yada, which it did until my new growth rolled in or out. So yeah, it did make my hair more manageable until my new growth came in, but as you can see, my hair did not revert. So would I do the keratin treatment again? No, I wouldn't. But it is what it is. So at this point, I'm leaning towards big chopping or getting a haircut to cut off the damaged ends. So I'm either gonna do that or I'm gonna just trim it, continue to trim it as it grows out. But y'all let me know in the comments below what y'all would do. Would you big chop or would you let it grow out and cut it gradually? So that's where I am now with it. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank y'all for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. That's it. I'm out. Peace.